A 68-year-old man went from 3 hours of broken sleep to 7 hours of deep, restful sleep in just 21 days. No sleeping pills, no medications, just 3 simple changes he made to his evening routine. And today, you're about to discover exactly what transformed his nights from restless torture to peaceful restoration. Here's a sleep myth that needs to be destroyed right now. Most people believe that poor sleep after 60 is just part of aging, something you have to accept and live with. That's completely false. Recent research from Johns Hopkins University found that seniors who implement specific sleep strategies achieve the same deep sleep quality as people in their 30s. Your age isn't stealing your sleep. Your habits are. That 68-year-old man I mentioned wasn't alone in his transformation. I want to introduce you to 3 people just like him, Robert, Margaret, and James, who each discovered one of these 3 powerful methods. Their stories will show you exactly how each approach works and why combining all 3 creates the kind of deep, restful sleep you've been missing. The natural approaches I'm sharing today work alongside any medical treatments you're currently using, but they're powerful enough that many seniors find they need less intervention over time. Always consult with your doctor before changing any medications. Before we dive in, I'm curious. Where are you watching this from, and what's your age? Drop it in the comments below. It helps us create better content for you. Now, let me share the 3 most powerful ways to reclaim your sleep, starting with number 3. Meet Robert, a 72-year-old retired teacher. For years, he struggled with poor sleep quality, waking up multiple times each night and feeling exhausted every morning. His bedroom seemed fine to him, the same room he'd slept in for decades. But Robert's sleep environment had become his worst enemy, and he didn't even know it. Here's what happens as we age. Our bodies become more sensitive to environmental factors that younger people barely notice. A room that's 2 degrees too warm can reduce your deep sleep by up to 40%. Light from a digital clock can suppress melatonin production by 30%. A study published in Sleep Medicine Reviews in 2024 found that seniors with non-optimized sleep environments experienced fragmented sleep patterns and spent 35% less time in restorative deep sleep compared to those who made simple environmental changes. Robert's transformation began when a sleep specialist visited his home and pointed out things he'd never considered. His bedroom was 73 degrees, his phone charged on the nightstand with a glowing screen, and streetlight leaked through thin curtains. These weren't minor issues. They were sabotaging his brain's natural sleep signals every single night. Here's how you can apply this. Your bedroom needs 3 critical elements: darkness, coolness, and silence. Complete darkness means you can't see your hand in front of your face. If there's any light, your brain thinks it's time to wake up. Invest in blackout curtains or a comfortable sleep mask. Cover or remove all LED lights from devices. Even that tiny red light on your smoke detector can interfere with melatonin production. A groundbreaking study from the National Sleep Foundation in 2023 followed 300 seniors who optimized their sleep environments. After just 2 weeks, their sleep efficiency improved by 42%, and the time it took them to fall asleep dropped from an average of 45 minutes to just 18 minutes. The researchers discovered that temperature regulation is the most critical factor. Your body needs to cool down to fall asleep and stay asleep. Set your bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. This might feel cold at first, but your body will adjust within 3 nights. Use breathable cotton sheets and a light blanket rather than heavy comforters. If your room is too cold, you can always add warmth. But if it's too hot, your sleep quality suffers dramatically. Remove all electronics from your bedroom, or at least place them across the room, not on your nightstand. The electromagnetic fields from charging devices can interfere with your brain waves during sleep. For noise, consider a white noise machine or a simple fan. These create consistent sound that masks sudden noises that would wake you. Complete silence isn't always better because a single car horn or dog bark becomes jarring. Consistent, gentle background sound protects your sleep. Quick recap for tonight. Set your thermostat to 65 degrees before bed. Cover or remove all light sources. Move your phone to another room. Try these 3 changes tonight and notice the difference tomorrow morning. But your environment is only one piece, which brings us to the second secret, and this one involves preparing your body, not just your room. Margaret, 69, had tried everything for her poor sleep. Herbal teas, meditation apps, counting sheep. Nothing worked consistently. She'd collapse into bed exhausted, but somehow couldn't fall asleep. Her body felt wired despite her mind feeling tired. What Margaret didn't understand was that her body needed a physical transition signal, a clear message that sleep time was approaching. Your body doesn't have an on-off switch. It needs a gradual wind-down period, especially after 60, when our natural sleep hormones don't surge as strongly as they once did. Researchers at Northwestern University discovered in 2024 that seniors without a consistent physical preparation routine took an average of 52 minutes to fall asleep and woke up 4.3 times per night. Their bodies never received the biological cues that sleep was coming. Margaret's turnaround came when she started a simple 30-minute physical preparation routine 2 hours before bedtime. She began with gentle movement, just 10 minutes of slow stretching or an easy evening walk. This wasn't exercise to tire herself out. It was movement to help her body release any physical tension accumulated during the day. Then she took a warm bath or shower 90 minutes before bed, which is the scientifically optimal timing. Here's why this works. When you soak in warm water, your body temperature rises. But here's the critical part. When you get out, your body temperature drops rapidly, and this drop signals your brain to release melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. It's like flipping a biological switch that says sleep time is approaching. A landmark study from the University of Texas analyzed data from over 5,000 sleep studies and found that taking a warm bath or shower 90 minutes before bed improved sleep quality by 36% and helped people fall asleep an average of 10 minutes faster. The optimal water temperature is between 104 and 109 degrees Fahrenheit, and you should soak for at least 10 minutes to get the full benefit. Here's your action plan. First, stop all vigorous physical activity at least 3 hours before bedtime. Exercise is wonderful for sleep, but only when timed correctly. Evening walks are perfect, but intense workouts stimulate your nervous system and make falling asleep harder. Second, establish your warm water routine exactly 90 minutes before you want to be asleep. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., take your bath or shower at 8:30 p.m. Set a timer on your phone so this becomes automatic. Third, after your bath, your body needs to stay cool. Wear light, breathable pajamas or sleep clothing. Heavy, warm sleepwear counteracts the temperature drop your body needs. Fourth, consider adding magnesium-rich foods to your evening routine. A small handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds 2 hours before bed provides natural muscle relaxation. Magnesium deficiency is incredibly common in seniors and directly impacts sleep quality. The goal is physical preparation and temperature regulation. Your body needs clear signals that sleep is approaching, and temperature changes provide the strongest signal. Combined with gentle movement to release tension, you're giving your body everything it needs to transition into deep, restorative sleep. Quick recap for tonight. Take a warm bath or shower 90 minutes before bed. Do 5 minutes of gentle stretching. Wear light, cool pajamas. Try it tonight and feel the difference. And now, the #1 secret to improve sleep quality. This is the most powerful of all three, and it's something you can start doing in the next 30 minutes. James, at 67, had the perfect bedroom and followed a physical routine, but his mind wouldn't quiet down. The moment his head hit the pillow, his brain came alive with thoughts, worries, plans, and random memories. He'd lie there for hours, physically exhausted but mentally racing. James's body was ready for sleep, but his mind hadn't received the memo. Here's the hidden truth about sleep after 60. Our brains don't automatically shift into sleep mode anymore. When we were younger, our bodies produced stronger adenosine buildup, the chemical that makes us feel sleepy, and our melatonin surged more dramatically at night. After 60, these natural transitions become gentler, which means we need to actively help our brains make the shift from waking to sleeping. A 2024 study from Stanford University revealed that seniors without a mental wind-down ritual experienced 58% more racing thoughts at bedtime and took nearly an hour longer to fall asleep than those who practiced intentional mental transition techniques. James's transformation came when his doctor introduced him to what sleep scientists call a cognitive offload routine. This isn't meditation, though that can help. It's a specific series of mental activities designed to move your brain from active thinking into passive relaxation. James started with a brain dump journal 30 minutes before bed. He spent just 5 minutes writing down anything on his mind. Tomorrow's tasks, worries, random thoughts. This simple act told his brain, "We've acknowledged these thoughts, and we'll deal with them tomorrow." Then he practiced what's called constructive worry time earlier in the evening, around 7 p.m. He set a timer for 15 minutes and allowed himself to worry about anything he wanted during that window. When the timer ended, worry time was over for the day. This might sound counterintuitive, but it works because it gives your anxious thoughts a designated outlet, preventing them from ambushing you at bedtime. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School published groundbreaking research in 2023 showing that seniors who practiced mental wind-down rituals increased their production of alpha brain waves, the frequency associated with relaxed wakefulness that precedes sleep. Their brain activity shifted from beta waves, which indicate active thinking, to alpha waves within 20 minutes of starting their routine. Participants fell asleep 43% faster and experienced 31% more time in deep sleep stages. The study found that the most effective mental wind-down activities share common elements. They're mildly engaging but not stimulating, they're predictable and repetitive, and they redirect attention away from problem-solving. Reading physical books works better than e-readers because screens emit blue light that suppresses melatonin. But the content matters too. Choose calming, familiar topics rather than thrilling mysteries or stressful news. Here's your complete mental wind-down protocol. Starting 60 minutes before bed, begin your transition. First, do your brain dump. 5 minutes of writing down anything on your mind. Don't organize it, don't solve problems, just dump thoughts onto paper. Second, engage in a mildly interesting but calm activity. This could be reading a physical book, doing a simple puzzle like a crossword or Sudoku, listening to calming music, or practicing gentle breathing exercises. The key is consistency. Do the same activity in the same order every night. Third, practice progressive muscle relaxation once you're in bed. Starting at your toes and moving up to your head, tense each muscle group for 5 seconds, then release. This gives your mind something to focus on besides racing thoughts, and it physically releases tension your body might be holding. Fourth, use the 4-7-8 breathing technique if your mind is still active. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7 counts, exhale for 8 counts. Repeat 4 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which controls your body's rest and digest mode. The key is creating a mental boundary between day and night. Your brain needs permission to stop problem solving and start relaxing. And here's the secret weapon. Combine all three ways. Optimize your environment while following your physical preparation routine and ending with your mental wind-down ritual. Quick recap for tonight. Do a 5-minute brain dump 30 minutes before bed. Read a physical book for 20 minutes. Practice 4-7-8 breathing once in bed. Start tonight. Now imagine this. At 8 p.m., you do your worry time and brain dump. At 8:30 p.m., you take a warm shower and do gentle stretches. At 9 p.m., you enter your optimized bedroom, cool, dark, and quiet. You read a calming book for 20 minutes, then practice your breathing technique. That's all three ways working together, creating an unstoppable sleep system. This combination creates what sleep scientists call a circadian entrainment cascade. A 2024 meta-analysis of 63 studies found that combining environmental optimization, physical preparation, and mental wind-down rituals produced an 81% improvement in sleep quality compared to any single method alone. 81%. The participants fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and reported feeling more refreshed in the morning than they had in years. One more critical point. Consistency beats perfection. Doing this routine at the same time every night for 21 days will transform your sleep far more than doing it perfectly once a week. Your circadian rhythm, your internal biological clock, thrives on predictability. When you go to bed and wake up at consistent times, even on weekends, your body anticipates sleep and prepares accordingly. You don't have to wait to start improving your sleep. Tonight, before bed, do these three things. First, make your room as dark as possible. Cover any light sources, even the small ones. Second, take a warm shower 90 minutes before your target bedtime. Let your body temperature drop naturally afterward. Third, spend 5 minutes writing down anything on your mind, then read a physical book for 15 minutes. Just these three actions tonight could help you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. You might not experience perfect sleep on the first night. That's normal. But by the third or fourth night of consistency, you'll notice real changes. Your body will start recognizing these signals and responding with better sleep. And here's something important to remember. Improvement isn't always linear. Some nights will be better than others, especially in the first 2 weeks. Don't get discouraged. Your body is learning new patterns, and that takes time. Trust the process, stay consistent, and watch your sleep quality transform. Your sleep quality at 60, 70, or even 80 isn't declining because you're getting older. It's declining because your environment, routine, and habits haven't adapted to what your body needs now. The moment you optimize your bedroom, prepare your body physically, and wind down your mind intentionally, your sleep responds like you're decades younger. Because biologically, it can be. Remember Robert, Margaret, and James? They're real people who proved that restful sleep is possible at any age. The question isn't whether you can sleep better. Science has already answered that. The question is, are you ready to make the changes? Start tonight. Cool your room. Take a warm shower. Write down your thoughts. Your well-rested, energized future self is waiting. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible, share it with someone who's struggling with sleep. And remember, quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's your foundation for health, energy, and mental clarity. Treat it like one.